My name is Christopher Deane. I'm an associate professor of percussion at the University of North Texas College of Music, and I've just completed a small performance of the Benjamin Britten tambourine excerpt from his 4C Interludes. It's in the fourth movement between rehearsals 10 and 11, and is a very soft, supportive, and coloristic tambourine excerpt that accompanies a wind choir of flutes and clarinets, and the phrasing that we choose to use with the tambourine should match the phrasing in that wind choir. The technique that I'm using, I'm going to discuss very briefly. I'd like to break this excerpt in two parts, the articulations and the frictional rolls. Now, the tambourine itself has something that I use to assist me when I'm studying or practicing to do these techniques. You can see on the Black Swamp tambourine the posts that hold the zills to the instrument they're visible through the surface of the head. I use these as target zones to practice consistently playing the same length of roll. For instance, so I can play this between the first post and the second, and allows me to practice the same length of roll each time. I'm cradling the tambourine or holding it close to me in order to minimize motion of the tambourine. It also allows me to mute the tambourine down with the palm of my hand completely extended on the surface of the instrument. I can still get a vibrancy from the instrument that way, but it minimizes motion and it also minimizes the resonance so that only the jingles that are right in front of my fingertip is being activated at that time. The first roll, the technique that I'm using is, instead of articulating that, although it does come across as an articulation, I'm actually just sending the fingertip off the edge of the tambourine. So it articulates the end of the roll simply by moving outwards. Then I follow through with my thumb to articulate that last figure. For the longer roll, I start at the post, a farther post away from the center point, and move all the way beyond what would be 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth post. It gives me a lot of distance to get the swell to take place in a quality of sound. And I release the bracing on the fingertip. When I'm playing these shorter rolls, I'm bracing the finger with my pointer finger, bracing the middle finger with my pointer finger. For the longer roll, to get a little more vibrancy, I release that. You get a slightly more open quality of sound, which is prettier, and you get a greater amplitude from the swell.